The other day we were on a run and my wife was driving her FJ, and as she drove it more and more, it began to vibrate and be less resistive, almost like the emergency brake was on. Like it just wasn't going as good. And she noticed that when she gives power, it would be worse, and when she let off, it'd be lighter. And it turns out, once we got to our destination to stage for our daily run, we found out there's a major flaw with the drive shaft. So as we see, we got the drive shaft out here. Here's the front of it, and it moves pretty easy all directions here. The back one though doesn't move. It moves, let's see, it moves easy that way, but you can see that right in there starting to bind, and it doesn't, it moves this way pretty hard. And this is actually after sitting on WD-40 overnight to help loosen these out. It was stiff yesterday. I couldn't do this with my fingers at all, so that loosened it up pretty nice. But you can see definitely how it's worn and grinding, binding. Oh gosh, I mean, even it's got a little bit of play in there too. You can see that bushing's completely gone. So this is from lack of grease. I thought I greased it, but maybe not enough, or just age. So we're gonna replace those U-joints today, front and back. And we're able to drive home from our our destination and not do the trail because we disconnected the drive shaft front and back, and we put it in four-wheel drive and drove home just with the front axle turning, and it was completely fine. I had no vibration, drove up to 55 miles an hour just fine. So again, that was all going through the transfer case up to the front, but we're able to make it home. So today we're going to rebuild the U-joints, my wife's FJ Cruiser drive shaft. Here we go. So we're going to take care of this drive shaft today with new U-joints from AC Delco. The AC Delco I'm going to use, I could have got these from a local store. I think I got these from Amazon though. And they're nice and slippery. Nice U-joints with caps. The clips go in the middle there. Oops. And the bearings are in there. Can't miss those. And I'm going to put these on because again, this front one's okay, but this back one, oh man, look at that, huh? It's like pieces are coming out. I think on this side you can actually see it move. Yeah, this way. Yeah, that's not good at all. So anyway, that's what we're doing today. We have a couple tools here in my little workbench. Friends lending me these. This is a puller, this is a pusher, and we're gonna make this work. I'll do the front one first, and then I'll record the back one. All right, we got this one done here. Check that out, nice and clean. I gotta put the little nozzle there on for the grease, the Zerk fitting, kind of like this one, but this one's done. So this one's done. This is what came off there. Pretty easy. Caps, a bunch of pins inside there, little pin needles, pin bearings, excuse me. And they come off easy. They kind of had to just push out one way or another. They're smooth, so they can go through either way. The next one, I just had to use a tool to kind of clamp them, push them back in. It was pretty simple. So now we're gonna do the hard side, since the easy side's done. Not too easy, actually. It was quite a bit of work. So let's see how this side goes. This thing is toast. There's these clips in here. I gotta pull the first thing is to pull these clips out, and I don't even see the ends. I got to turn this over first. So I'm gonna do this. It's gonna be messy, and maybe I'll speed this along, but here we go. And this is how this thing works. So a clamp, as you put it on here, screw it in, it kind of folds like that. So it's gonna pull this towards me and push this the other way, and what it's gonna end up doing is using this pivot to basically push this one out. So it's gonna try to push this guy out by pulling this one back. So let's take a look and see how it's gonna work. This one's broken. This is the worst one. So give them a shot first and see how it goes. Oops. Just like that. Push it right out. There we go. Came right out. So it ended up pushing the other one out. So you got to kind of push them both ways. So what I'll do now is come here on the other side. Push this the other way if I can. Kind of tap that back in there. Put this on here like that and do it the other way. Like this. Yep. See, it moved it out. Hardest thing about this is you have to not flop around. That's a real pain. Pop that out. Just like that. There you go. And almost get it off. There. That's good. Just got it. This one though, this is the bad one. Wow. Oh, ring. That's the reason why I want to pop out. I guess I didn't get that ring out. I thought it was gone, and there it is, right there. That's the reason why. It is there. It was just hidden from the other side. Yeah, it's right there. Okay. That's good. That'll make this a lot easier to come off. Okay. I'm gonna put this on again. Awesome! That's all done. From the other side here. Just put it up there. Just like that. I'm gonna tap those under because there's so much in there. Just, you can see how that actually bent right there. The pressure. Look at that. There's a few needle bearings in there, but the rest is just gone. Wow. That's not good, huh? So, that's good to get out. I'm not sure if I did that. No, that's the way it was. Look at that. That's not for me. That's from just grinding in there. Wow. Yeah, that's definitely gone. That's not good at all. Good picture. Wow, that's just terrible. Alright, so we'll come over here. I'll just tap this guy through. There we go. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Now that's a picture. Alright, so what we're going to do now, let's get some paper towel here, clean this up. because the new one's got to slide through here, so it's a lot easier when it's just nice and clean. It doesn't have to be like super clean, but I just want to get some of the grit out of there. Let's see, it's gnarled up a little bit. That's from me removing it. No big deal. This side, same thing as well. All right, so here's the replacement. Here's the original. Look how bad that is. Wow, that is just terrible. Again, it was in that cup. No needle bearings left. Jeez. The other side was this one. Looks okay, but looks like some needle bearings were missing over there as well. So that was the problem. So other two seem okay. Alright, there's this hole, and the gasket's kind of worn there a little bit. So anyway, here's a new one. What a difference. Jeez. Out with the old one with the new. And then we should go on pretty quickly. And let's see, we have our pins over here. These are our clips and our new Zerk. We'll keep those in the bag so I don't lose them. So we'll put them on and we'll tap them in, make sure everything fits. So first thing to do is pull these off. Trying to move the needle bearings inside. You can see them in there. So put this in carefully like that. Okay, this is where we start just setting these in there one at a time. There's those two. Put the one at the bottom. Let's see that. Put the one on the top. Oh no! Don't drop it. Hopefully none of the needles came out and they're still okay. Whew. Good. There we go. So they kind of move around here. So what I do, I'll just take the hammer, just kind of tap them, kind of seats them so that they don't come out. That's it. That's it. So at this point, I think some of them might be a little bit crooked. So it's okay. We'll clamp them and they'll straighten them out and we'll be good. This goes pretty quick here. The clamp will pull them in straight, which is another good thing. So I can see I pull one in but not the other, but that's in a spot where the clip can stay. So I might just put that clip on right away, keep it from moving. And the clips are so super easy to go on. They just kind of press right in there. And you can see it's just, you can kind of tell if you have it in far enough, the clip goes in, otherwise the clip won't go in. And you can tell it's just not quite enough. There, just a little bit more. So let me go do the other side now. There. That looks better. That looks pretty good. This might have to go in just a little bit more. So we'll see. This clip now should just go right on there. All I can do is just force my finger on it. Just like that. That's in. I don't think this one has enough space. If you go too tight, the joint will become really tight. I hear it's so loose. If it's too tight this way, it'll bind this a little bit. It won't move. So what I do is get the tool and put it back. Yeah, this one needs to go in just a little more. You can see it's sticking out a little bit more. So we'll come with our tool. Just like that. Takes pressure off the bearing and we're good. So that was just probably push this one back a little bit to get that little bit of room. Maybe this one can go in just a hair more. I'm gonna get the other two on first. come back to that. Oh gosh, that was too far. That was too far. So that went in too far, as you can see. It didn't bind yet because this one's out, but that's definitely too far. But I'll put the ring on there and we'll push it back. And that'll keep that into place. Seems to be the best way to do this because you just never know. It's hard to get it just right on. There, so that's on there. And we'll switch back. Like that. So now you can see it's flush. This one's got to go in more. So let's get that done. Come this way with it. That was real easy. Still very free moving. And we have this clip here. That's the last clip. Let's see, they're about the same. Yeah, we'll put this one on first. Just like that. That looks good, huh? So that's good. Now we gotta go finish that one extra one. And we're done. Okay, definitely froze that. Definitely too tight. I'm not sure what's going on. Might be pinching the whole thing. Let's see if we get this clip on. Yep, clip's gonna go on. Boom. Now we'll just try to pull that back a little bit. And leave the space a little bit. And we'll be done. That's it, just a little bit. Yep, there we go. That's it. So back and forth a little bit, not too bad. Some scratches, but who cares? You know, it's a drive shaft. It's gonna get dinged up more than rocks. And the clips are on 1, 2, 3, 4. So next thing to do is add the Zerk fitting. Grease it up, put it back on the vehicle. So that should be it. Don't forget to grease it. Here's the fitting. That should go in. That's probably like a 6mm. That should be it. It's an 8mm to put this on. Zerk fitting. Just really gently tighten it. Don't want to tighten it too much. And that's it. Done. So I'll grease this every time I change my oil so I don't have to do these again. Won't end up with this again. So yeah, that's real bad. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.